Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to another edition of Bits and Pieces. My name is Bill Morse. Oliver here on my left, your right, is visiting. And we started last week. The program, by the way, is on every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 6:30. It's the same program both evenings, so if you miss Tuesday, you can catch the program on Thursday if you'd like to. If you tuned in last week, you know that we started talking about a fashion designer that is helping General Mills, which makes many of the cereals we find in the store, is helping General Mills sell cereal through Reese's Cups, which is owned by Hershey. I think last week we talked a little bit about Hershey bars, and out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Also the fact that this is very much a multinational corporation, an American corporation based still in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And chocolate comes from cocoa beans, and like coffee beans, they grow on trees, and one of the plants where they make Hershey's is in Brazil, and Brazil is known for coffee and cocoa. It has a tropical climate, which is very good for growing cocoa and coffee. And if you remember your history, you'll know that when the Spanish arrived in Mexico and started pushing aside the Aztecs, and also arrived in northern South America and Peru, for example, and started pushing aside the Incas, they discovered the cocoa bean, and they discovered the coffee bean, and we've been enjoying these products ever since. So we've talked in the past about trying to avoid GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, or biomodified organisms, which are artificial chemical ingredients that are injected into our food during the processing stage of food production. There are no GMOs. There are no biomodified ingredients in a Hershey bar. And Hershey at some point in time bought out Reese's, which was also located in Pennsylvania. William Reese, I believe, was the founder's name. Peanut butter and chocolate. There's nothing artificial in, well, I shouldn't say that. There is nothing genetically modified in a Reese's cup either. The only item that I would be concerned about if I ate these every day is soy. There's soy in here. There's soy also in a Reese's, in a Hershey bar. And as we know, 90% of the soy and corn that's raised in this country is genetically modified in seed form. And what that means is it's artificial. And as a consequence, our body, we've been designed to eat natural foods. And that strengthens and maintains our immune system to keep us, hopefully, from getting sick too often. When we introduce something that's genetically modified or has chemicals in it that are not natural to the food, we do, in many cases, these are used to keep bugs and eliminate or greatly reduce the need for herbicides to protect the plants from bugs. The genetic modification also protects the plants from extremes in weather. It makes the plants grow bigger. But it is unnatural, and therefore there's the possibility later on down the line of the body reacting in a negative way to these genetically modified food ingredients, and that's when the immune system starts to break down, and we possibly get cancers decades later. But anyway, there's very slight risk in using these products. Now, Reese's and Hershey's teamed up with General Mills. General Mills and General Foods are two giant food corporations. They both make cereals. General Foods, if you remember, was bought out by Big Tobacco in the 80s, and they started using tobacco type of marketing strategies to grow the consumer base for their product. General Mills has not been bought out by a tobacco company, but it has pretty much the same approach towards making their product market larger and having more appeal to different, it's a generational target, and you'll see that this generation is Generation Z. So General Mills, with a little heart because they love us all, General Mills has teamed up with Reese's, as in Reese's Pieces or Reese's Cups, and Hershey. Now, just as an interesting sideline, you saw last week that there is a virtual Reese's University. And in this university, which you can visit online under Reese's, let me see. Well, anyway, Reese's University. You can Google that or DuckDuckGo that, a search engine, and you'll come up with a virtual university catalog with lots of pictures of smiling young students, Ivy League type buildings, Ivy League type stadiums, and they call each other Cuppies. And the whole premise of the university is to enjoy and explore chocolate and peanut butter. Now, last week when we looked at this website, there was in small print, the lawyers have advised us to let you know that this university does not exist. However, in the website, there is a application form that you can fill out to join, and I think that's also marketing. I know it's also marketing so that you can buy Reese's related merch or gear and feel like you're part of the university without having to go to one. So it's clever in its own way. Also, if you're old enough to remember E.T., the movie E.T., movies often promote for a certain amount of financial support. They promote certain products. I don't know how many times I've seen Budweiser in very popular series. There was a British series, and they had Budweiser beer there, and I thought, my God, this is how did they let that slip through? Anyway, Reese's Pieces was the favorite food of E.T., extraterrestrial. And so Reese's Pieces really had a market upswing once that movie made it to the box office, and millions of people saw Reese's advertised in a very positive context. So we're going to look today at another way of increasing the market share of a food product, in this case the combination of cereal and Reese's Pieces with chocolate from Hershey's. And unlike Hershey's and Reese's, there is a warning here that the contents contain bioengineered food ingredients. And I'm going to guess, in looking through the ingredients, that corn syrup, which is in many products, is the main culprit. Again, corn is from the seed format on, genetically modified to increase the yield, increase protection against temperature extremes, and lessen the amount of pesticide that needs to be used to keep bugs away and other critters that would feed off of the plant. So corn syrup. So there is an issue here with bioengineered food ingredients. But in all fairness, you would have to eat a lot of this for a while before, and in conjunction with other practices like lack of exercise, lack of stress relief, lack of good diet. I mean, if you eat processed foods all the time without having the fresh, natural food that nature gives us, then your immune system's going to suffer. When your immune system suffers, then you're prone to have diseases prey on you, like different forms of cancer. And also, of course, stress relief, and what was the other one? Avoidance of toxins. All right, so I guess, toxins. So, Ambush is a brand of clothing and accessories, apparel accessories like purses, eyeglasses, other things that are not necessarily clothing. And the company was started about 20 years ago by a young woman. Well, she's about 45 now. Her name is Yoon An. And Yoon An family had Korean roots. The family was originally from Korea. The father worked in the military, was stationed in Seattle. So Yoon An, the fashion designer, grew up in a suburb of Seattle and spent a lot of time at the library looking at fashion magazines and decided that she would be a fashion designer. She went to Boston University, where she studied graphic design, and she has her own vision of what the future of fashion will look like, and the fashion is targeting Generation Z, which is the people that are now in their 20s, teens, 20s, maybe as far as early 30s. So I thought we would look at the fashions before we go into the mixture of the fashion promoting chocolate like Cocoa Puff cereal made with Reese's peanut butter. So here we have the website, and you can look at it yourself if you're interested. It says ambushdesign.com, and here we go. Heart-shaped styles, because we've had Valentine's Day recently. All right. So what we'll do, we've got shop men on the left and shop men on the right, shop women on the right. So let's take a look at shop men first. All right. Now, Ambush, the reason for the name, well, we can discuss that later. Cardigan sweaters, pink, $715, $620. Pill charm bracelet. I found it interesting that the pill was chosen as a motif, given our discussion on our medical system and how we treat symptoms with pills and rarely address the root cause of an illness. You know, you want to continue eating pizzas or something, Kentucky Fried Chicken, it gives you heartburn. Well, the answer is not to stop eating Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatever, but to take a pill so that you can continue enjoying these food products. And denim jackets. I found this interesting. I'll call her Yoon. I'll use her first name. Yoon, besides teaming up with Reese's has actually a small involvement, one small branching off of her fashion line in increasing her market approach or her audience, potential consumer audience. She's entered into agreements with Nike, as you can see from the Nike Ambush sneaker. Also Reeboks, a couple of other companies. Her products, the closest place where you can find her products, you can order online, is Saks Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. Now, about the cheapest item you can pick up here are the logo socks, and they go for $65, ambush. Nikes are $190, and I was a little surprised. I thought the sneakers would go Air Force One. Interesting name. Nike X Ambush Air Force One are $190. I thought they would go for more. But if you're looking for denim nylon pants, you could spend up to $1,000, $915 to be exact. A denim rider's jacket is $760. Again, pink is no longer just for women. Pink is for men. Obviously, we're shopping for men. Stoppers sweatshirt, $715, and a T-shirt for $390. And we have a multi-pill charm bracelet. So pills are associated now with charms and good luck. Molly sunglasses, which actually look to me like something out of the 50s. It's interesting how certain aspects of fashion do repeat themselves. They also remind me of cars with fins. If you remember the 50s, or if you have an interest in the 50s, you'll see repeat patterns in anything from what people wore to what people drove, even to what type of houses people lived in. There was kind of a common thread in the design, because it was generally the same people that designed all these things. And there was a school of design. There's a school of design for each decade. Kimono jacket, $1,300. There's actually an item that's a little bit more expensive. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, baseball cap, $220 with the ambush label. So, sunglasses. And, okay, good. Well, let's go to the women. Here we go. All right, shop women. All right. Okay. I've got to hit escape because no. We don't want that. Come on. And I'm not interested in Nikes right now. Let me get the hell out of there. So, there is a slight difference in the type of fashion wear and the accessories. Well, actually, this is women, and I believe that's a man, so I don't know what he's doing here. I guess the sunglasses are unisex, obviously. My bad. Heart AirPods case for $400. Crop knit cardigan. Again, $200 for the Nikes. A cushion mule slipper, or I shouldn't say high heel. And a rubber boot. You'll see the rubber boots in a lot of the, what do they call it? The together wear. It's part of an ensemble or a whole outfit. Outfit is a better word. Overall beanie, $260. So, and again, mushroom charm earring, $330. That's per earring, so you just need to wear one anyway. Let's see. Oh, crossbody backpack. All right, we're going to go to the next one briefly. Track pants, the hat again, or the ball cap, I should say. All right. Very good. All right, let's go back and look at some of the together outfits. Let's see. All right, so let's go here. All right, now find a store. Well, we know the closest store to Bellows Falls is Saks Fifth Avenue in Manhattan on Fifth Avenue. Collection. Let's look at collection. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about, together wear. Now, I'm assuming this is unisex. This is man or woman. And the boots. Boots play a big role. The boots give you a bit of a lift, and the boots are good for kicking things. Long. This is on the right. We've got bell bottoms that really go much further than the bell bottoms from the 60s. And again, the heart-shaped purse, which actually looks like a padlock. If you're familiar with certain bridges, especially in cities in Europe, the bridges are loaded with padlocks on the railing. And what happens if you and your sweetheart, you have a lock your love in for each other, and you take the padlock, you attach it to the bridge, you lock it, okay? You kiss or whatever with your partner, your loved one, and then you throw the key into the river. And that's a sign of commitment. I believe that's where this padlock heart comes from in celebrating love. I'm assuming I didn't read that anywhere. That's on my own. Okay, and there's some other fashion. The gentleman with the hat and the bug-eye sunglasses, I'm assuming they're sunglasses, that's like out of the 60s, a psychedelic type of shirt wear. That's interesting. Again, the bell bottoms. This one on the left with the headphones and the mouse ears is interesting because you can actually see the person's face. And then further down, on the right-hand side, the jacket, the pull-up shorts, and the boots again, and the bug-eye sunglasses. I don't know if they're called bug-eyes, but that's what comes to me. And then you see graffiti or a tag version. I believe that says ambush, probably. I could be wrong. Young fella there, again with bug-eye sunglasses. And boots. And once more on the left, the pink bunny with suspenders and a wraparound for her waist. And again, a gentleman not afraid to wear pink. At least not in, I was going to say Tokyo. A little bit of side information on Yoon An. She actually, she grew up, as I said, in Seattle. She spent time in Tokyo. In Tokyo, she worked on her fashion. She entered a couple of runway shows, did well. She met a young Japanese rapper by the name of Verbal. She married Verbal, so they're husband and wife. I don't believe they have children yet. Actually, at 45, it may be too late other than adoption, but anyway, neither here nor there. There's collaboration obviously between Verbal, the Japanese rapper, and Yoon. Her last name, by the way, is An. So you've got two artists there, husband and wife, collaborating, and you get this into the music industry. Verbal is obviously has connections. He's fairly well known in Japan, in Tokyo, and in Tokyo they do have their flagship ambush store. All right. There's something for the colder weather. And the outfit on the left kind of reminded me of the Statue of Liberty with the spiked hair. Will you sit down, please? Sit. I know I love you too. Sit, please. Sit. No, you can't make noise because I took your collar off. All right. Now that's interesting. That's a man a young man on the left with his padlock, shaped heart. Okay. And another, I'm going to say, rabbit headgear. And the boots. Ambush on the jacket in different formats. And, okay. Very good. Now, young lady on the right with some tunes and her glasses, and the person on the left. Okay. Those look like sharp nails on the right. Okay. That's my mistake. That's a woman on the right. Okay. Very good. All right, so gives you an idea of the design, style, the fashions, and the accessories that have been coming out the last 2 years, 2022 and 2023. Okay, I wanted to just read part of an interview from Vogue magazine that came out last year, 2022. Here it is. Survival as a Company, ambushes Yun An. All right, it's about survival as a company ambushes Yun An on making it through the coronavirus crisis. And this was March 30th, 2020. Oh, so it was 2 years ago. 3. All right, Yun An's popularity with street-style photographers belies her behind-the-scenes bona fides. Belies her behind-the-scenes bona fides. I'm not going to try to explain that. The Tokyo-based co-founder of Ambush. No, we're not going to subscribe right now. How the hell do I get out of this? Subscribe already. Go to Vogue. No, I don't want to. Oh, this is what I do. Come on. I hate the pop-ups. Maybe because I've already looked at this once before. Go to Vogue, sign in. No. Come on. Bastards. See, nothing is for free. Anyway, we'll pass on that. Let's see. Try once more. Sign in. Is the U.S. lockout affecting you? A lot of our customers happen to be from overseas, especially China, Korea, and the U.S. When these kinds of situations happen, the first thing people cut out is buying things. So we're just kind of shifting our energy. All right, well, that's it. I'm not going to bother with this. Okay. So, getting back to the cereal, on the back of the cereal, there is a game. Not a game, but it's a... it's a website that's interactive, and it's kind of a game. You notice that, actually, you know what we're going to do? Let me go to images. Come on. Hello? I want images. Oh, Oliver, that's a pain in the neck. All right. I want to get a couple of... let's see. Yun An ambush. Okay, so, all right. Thanks for sticking with me. Nike. We know about that collaboration. All right. This is Yun An, and let's look at a few things here. Okay, come on, come on. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking for, well, everybody recognizes the check mark and the word Brooklyn. So obviously trying to increase her market share by having the Nike emblem on her fashion wear. All right, let's go back. This is interesting. A designer jacket. Again with the Nike check mark on it. And I believe this is in her studio in Tokyo. And her top, the chain, other items with the Nike motif. Wanted to get a picture of her. Oh yeah. This, here's a picture of Yoon with her husband, Verbal. Verbal, as I said, the gentleman on the right is a well-known rapper in Japan. And they've been married, I think, for about 20 years. So, Verbal and Yoon. Okay. All right. Nike shoes. She also does jewelry. She also designs jewelry. And again, the jewelry with the ambush motif. There's whoopsie daisy, server not found. I was trying to get this and it's not letting us. The fingernails treatment, I don't think I'd want to get slapped in the face with that hand. It'd leave a lasting mark. Ambush, kind of a witch's hat. I'm looking for the breakfast bowl that you would eat the cereal with. Let's see. Let's go up here and let's go to Reese's. What's it called? Reese's Puffs, like Cocoa Puffs. Ah. All right, here we go. Now, there's Yoon An eating Reese's Cocoa Puffs. This is a picture I was interested in. This is a bowl that opens up, kind of like a version of a mess kit in which you carry your utensils with you and the dishware. It says ambush on the carrying handle. There's a zipper, it opens, and it's just an aluminum ball with Reese's Puffs emblem on it. So we're marketing fashion, this fashion accessory, and the product, what you're supposed to be eating in it. Let's see. And here's a good picture of the two of them together. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. And you see the milk going into the ball. Sorry, lack of a better word. Okay, this is a good picture. This was part of the publicity campaign. Here's a picture of the designer Yoon An holding the breakfast bowl, I'm going to call it, or breakfast ball, that she designed, and that's meant to be used to eat Reese's Puffs and she's taking a selfie, a picture of herself at a breakfast bar. Okay, so the future of breakfast with Ambush. All right, very good. We're going to visit one more website. I think that's it. Oh, this is one more. This picture is from a game that we're going to now enter, in which the milk is coming out of an aluminum container with the name Ambush on it, and a Reese's Puff spoon, which is an animated figure with boots, of course, and the inside of the bowl. So let's go on to that site. We can get out of there. And so www. Where are you? Reese's Puffs World, if you're interested. So I'm going to click for sound. Kind of techno music. In just a minute. Come on, baby. Taking a little time loading. Here we go. So this is breakfast verse, as in universe. This is the future of cereal. So if we look here on the left, whoops, let's turn her over this way. I'm getting better at this. Oh, there's two of us now. One of us is going off. I think somebody wants to play. There's the designer, Yoon An, with all the breakfast bowls that she's designed. And these are 4 portals. If we go to the portal, we can enter the game. So, W. All right, that's a good, quick, better look. Okay, let's go down this portal. Alright, so up. No. Alright. There, I got it. Ooh, we're in the portal now. What do you think is waiting for us on the other side of that portal? Breakfast bowls and Reese's Puffs. However, there's a slight delay. There we go. So, let's see what we can do here. The idea is, I believe, to, well, we'll find out by experimenting. Hey, you made it. Welcome to Breakfast Universe. Navigate the obstacles and collect Chrome Puffs along the way. I guess we can collect them, but we can't eat them. Oh, we missed it. Let's go back. I guess you could spend hours doing this until you find the end of the table, and then what happens? Oh, all right, like a force field. He can't leave. You can check the refrigerator, but that's off limits. All right, we'll spend another minute with this. Nice, coming toward us. And on the right-hand side, we see Ambush Toaster. All right, let's go this way. No. No, other way. Oh, shucks. F. Oh, you know why? Because he's looking at rice puffs. Reese's Puffs. All right, I think we've done this long enough. If you're interested, I will give a demonstration on how to eat the puffs. I don't have the bowl. I've got this enamel saucepan from, I think, 1920s, okay? No silver bowl. and I've got a stainless steel spoon. The spoon is separate. It's not part of the saucepan. And we're going to open up these Reese's Puffs, which are good for they're good until November of this year. November 2023. I picked these up in November of last year, so they're good for a year. These came from Shaw's. They were on sale for $3. Normally they're $6. And of course, they're senior citizen proof. There, I opened it. Are you interested? Let's see first if Oliver likes Reese's Puffs. Does Mikey like it? He's licking it. He has one in his mouth. He's chewing it. Is it crunchy? It's on the counter. Well, while he's working on that first one, there's 2 more. There's 3 more. We're going to pour some into this. Oh, they bounce a lot because I think they're filled with air. Which is actually a good taste trick, because if you produce food that has air in it and you taste it, the taste is stronger for some reason. It's more fun to eat. Now I've got this milk, which is probably lukewarm or sour by now, and we're going to pour it in. First we're going to sample the milk. Right, Oliver? We're going to sample the milk. You ate them all? Oh, well, I don't know if Yoon has any fashion wear for dogs yet, but that may come later. Let's see if we'll test the milk on Oliver. You like it? No, you're part cat, aren't you? All right, I'll try it. No, it's pretty good. It's still drinkable. So we're going to pour it in. And we are going to try this breakfast of the future, made with real Reese's peanut butter as opposed to the fake stuff. And it's sweet because it has corn syrup in it, crunchy corn puffs, and it is slightly modified genetically. But anyway, we'll try it. Now I'm going back maybe 55 years to Cocoa Puffs with that bird on the front of the box. This is like a slightly stronger, you can taste the peanut butter in it. It's a slightly stronger taste because of the peanut butter. But it's not bad. You know what, if Oliver likes it, I like it. And there it is. That's our story for the day. About a young woman from Seattle who, through looking into Vogue fashion magazines and other fashion magazines, develops an interest in clothing and accessories. Goes to school at Boston University. Goes to Tokyo, promotes her clothing, meets up with a young Japanese gentleman. Verbal is his stage name, who's a rapper, and has worked with different companies to promote her line and at the same time promote her products. This one being a cereal. Now I think there's a hope that people will buy this and not only eat it for breakfast, but actually eat this other times of the day as well. So, we're going to stop the song. Come on. I think we have to get off of this first. X out. Very good. So, thank you for tuning in. I hope you found that interesting. I find it fascinating how everything is so interconnected as far as marketing some product, that it's much easier to go not alone, but to go on the coattails of an already established name. whether it's Nike or whether it's breakfast cereal or something else like that. There's many ways of selling your product. So, I'm not quite sure what we're going to cover next week, but we hopefully you found this episode interesting, and we wish you a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend. Stay healthy, and God bless. Take care.